Hey guys, it's Brent, and I just want to say really quick, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Be sure to click subscribe and hit the notification button so you get notifications so you don't miss any content. Also, feel free to leave a thumbs up or leave a comment and enjoy the video.
In my head, in my head.
Hey guys, it's Brent, and I'm back with another video today, and this video is very different from what I usually do. I was recently tagged to do what's called a small YouTuber video, and it's one of the things, it's a video you make and you tag it, you give it the tag, small YouTuber tag, and what it does is it allows people for YouTube to see and for other people to see that, you know, you're a small YouTuber. And so it's 20 questions. And I get to play 20 questions, and you and other people who are looking for small YouTubers would potentially get to see exactly what my channel is about and get some details. So I've got the questions in front of me here. Some of them I've pretty much written an answer to every one of them. So some of them I'm going to be reading the questions and I'm going to be reading the answers. And then some I just may be answering right off the top of my head. So here we go with the first question. The first question is, what inspired you to make videos? And what inspired me to make videos was a person. I've said this before in some of my videos that I was just on YouTube one day listening to Kiss, and I saw a video that was a Kiss album review. And I can't remember which one it was, but it was a review for a Kiss album. So I watched it, and it just happened to be by Ralph Vieira over at Almost Human 56. And any of these channels I mentioned, I'm going to put them down in the description so you can check them out as well. But Almost Human 56 channel, Ralph had started off his channel making Kiss videos where he took concert footage and he synchronized it up with songs. And he did a really great job. If you've never seen them, you should watch some of them. But then he also started doing Kiss Kiss album reviews. And so I started watching them. I really liked the way he reviewed. He brought, he brought his personality to it, and he brought some comedy to it as well in some of them. Like one of them, if it was a sleeper song, he actually showed him where he was laying in bed snoring. And I thought that was really cool. And he really inspired me. And I think I binge watched all of his videos at one point in time. So he was who influenced me to want to make videos as well. And so I'll get a little bit down into that later on in some of these questions. I'll get a little more into that. So now we'll go into question 2. Question 2 is, describe your content in one sentence. And my content, I basically create videos about things I love. I create videos about bands that I love, about music I love, lots and lots of Kiss. There's going to be a lot of typo negative coming, but it's music I love. Other things like paranormal, there's a lot more of that coming. Gaming, there's a lot more of that coming. I'll also be creating some more tech-oriented videos. There's a lot more of that coming. So the channel is going to be, I also like to review beers every once in a while. I'm a novice craft beer drinker, and I don't really know anything about them. I just know that I like them. Stouts and porters and blondes and reds and stuff like that. I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about beers. But I really like those. And so sometimes in my videos, and I seem to do it in typo negative videos or days like on a Saturday when I'm in here in my room, in my studio, and I'm just making videos all day long for me to edit over the next couple weeks. I'll have some beer in here with me, and while I'm doing it, I'll talk about it. There's one video in particular I can think about when I was doing some reviews on the typo negative album Slow, Deep, and Hard. I think I drank a beer at the beginning of every song. So if you want to see what drinking a beer and talking about a beer looks like in past videos, I'm sure you're going to see it in future videos. But if you want to see what it looks like in past videos, you can check those out. I have a typo negative playlist, so you can just go there on my channel and check that out. So basically, I make videos about things that I love, things that interest me. So question 3, what message are you trying to get across in your videos? I don't have any message in particular. I don't have one thing that I'm trying to say. I'm mostly here to entertain, and I'm here to engage and be a part of you guys' life, you know, daily life, weekly life, or whenever you watch. Some of you reach out to me on social media, and that's really cool. I'll be talking about social media later. But some of you reach out to me either via messages on Messenger. That if you're going to message me, that's the best way to get me. But you can also message me on Twitter. You can also tweet me on Twitter, commenting on things like that. But I'm also on all kinds of social media. We'll be talking about that in a little bit. But I just like making videos about things I like and doing things I like. And I'm not really trying to get across one message over the other than, you know, just being entertaining. So the next question is, which YouTuber do you resemble in terms of content? And probably in some terms, Ralph Vieira from Almost Human 56 that I mentioned earlier. As I said, it was his Kiss videos that inspired me to make my own, but I wanted to do them in my way. I'm a lot more of a nerd than he is, and so that's when I brought on where I went really in depth on what was going on with the album, what was going on with the band at the time. Tried to dig up as much information as trivia as I could. You know, I talk about the songs, who wrote them, who played on them. Because on Kiss, not all band members played on all songs, and sometimes there was outside band members and things like that. And also my scoring system. I came up with my scoring system from 1 to 10, with 1 being it's a bad song, I hate it, to 10 being the best. And I kind of put my scoring system in there too and ranked my albums according to that scoring system. Ralph didn't do things like that, but you know, like I said, I didn't want to do exactly what he did. I wanted to do something all on my own. The next question is, what equipment do you use to film? Now, I'll break this down for you, and I'll show pictures of these pieces of equipment as well. I use a Logitech HD C920 external webcam that shoots in 1080p for the bulk of my video. What you're seeing right now, I'm using that webcam to shoot it with. And it's on a tripod in front of me, right here in front of me. I also, for my external shots or my auxiliary shots, whenever you see me do albums like album openings, and I have a static camera where you can see whatever I'm opening. Also, if you see me shooting outside, like I'm going to be doing a lot of paranormal stuff this summer and spring, I'll be using either my phone, which I'll talk about in a minute, or my other camera that is set off to the side of me here right now that I don't have turned on. But it's a Canon Vixia HFR 800. It's a handheld camera about, you know, this big, and I'll show a picture of it with a SD card. You can put SD cards inside of it, and I use that for location auxiliary shoots. I also use my phone, which is a Samsung Galaxy S8. For photos, and I also use it to make my videos of me going in the car, or my behind the scenes videos that my Patreons get to see. I usually use my phone to make those. So I use that. As far as lighting goes, I mostly use natural light. I like to film during the day when I have natural light from the window here behind me in the room that I have blinds on that I can open up to the degree of what I want. I also have above me in the lighting fixtures, I have a bright white LED bulb and also a warm incandescent bulb working there together, giving off a bright light but also giving off a warm light as well. And also on the camera, on the tripod where the camera is, where the Canon is, I have a LED portable LED light that puts off a bluish light, and that's what you're seeing right here on the side of my face. You're seeing coming from that light over there. And I'm saving right now. I'm in the process of saving a light to get a light box kit that'll have 2 light boxes and also an LED ring. I would like to have one of those as well. That will probably end up replacing the lighting overall, period. I won't use the I'll probably black out the window. I'll put something over it where it's not an effect at all. I'll probably have the overhead light turned off, and I'll be filming basically using the 2 light boxes and the lighting ring. I used to work in movies and video production and lighting and special effects and things like that, so I know a little bit about lighting. What do I use to edit? I edit using Adobe Premiere Elements 9, which I know is an older version of it, but I'm just real comfortable with it. I've been using it for several years, and I'm just real comfortable with it, and I'm very fast and very efficient in it. I'm starting to find its limitations, so therefore I'm looking to upgrade, and I'm going to probably stay with Adobe Premiere. I've had other people tell me, I've asked them what they use, I've tried it and everything, and I'm putting out videos at such a fast pace that I don't want me using or learning a new piece of software to be a learning curve and a bottleneck for me to slow me down, because I like keeping my videos coming out at a pretty regular pace, which I'll talk about later because I actually get asked that question. And so, but I am looking to upgrade. Now I actually edit on using that software on a portable laptop with an Intel Core i7-6600 processor running at 2.8 gigahertz with 16 gigs of RAM and a 256 gigabyte high-speed SSD drive, and it's on Windows 10 OS. And I'm happy, like I said, I'm happy with that setup. I'm happy with that system. I also use a CAD, which you can see it right here. It's a CAD U37 microphone. And you probably heard whenever I turned it away how it changes, because this is basically recording in front of it. But I use that, and it's usually right here off camera. And sometimes you might see it a little bit in camera, but I usually keep it right here on my table, right in front of me. And just for giggles, while I'm talking about this last part here, talking about my setup, I'm going to go ahead and give a pan of my room, and this pan of my room will most likely be shot with my phone, because the front-facing camera on my phone works really well. So next question: does your channel meet the new monetization guidelines? And I recently became monetized. Whenever I hit 1,000 subscribers, I went under review, and when you hit 1,000 subscribers, YouTube reviews all your past videos, and they let you know if you are making content that meets the monetization guidelines. And what that basically means is, are you making content that an advertiser is going to want to purchase ads and put in the front of your content or during your content or whatever? And they have a whole bunch of things. They have this whole, YouTube is kind of cool. It's a cool community. They have a creators corner where they make videos for creators, where they talk to you about how to get more subscribers, how to tag your videos right, all the behind the scenes stuff, how to read your analytics properly, and all those things. And one of the things they talk about is what you can do to make sure that you're meeting the monetization community guidelines in order to be able to monetize your videos. And some of those things are, you can't have hate speech. There's certain words you cannot use at all. There's certain hate slurs and certain words you cannot use at all. You can cuss. They kind of don't really like for you to, but you can. They just don't want you to. Maybe you can't put a cuss word in the title of your video, and certain cuss words. I like the F-bomb and stuff like that, or the S word. But you cannot put those in the title, and they really, really strongly suggest that you do not say it within the first couple minutes of your video. And that is because most videos, the average watch time on a video is anywhere between the average watch time is around 2 to 3 minutes. And most videos, I make a lot longer videos. Even my short videos are long videos. My videos usually are anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour and a half to 2 hours sometimes. And depending on how long-winded I get or how much I'm enjoying my whoever's co-hosting with me or whoever I've got as a guest. And so, but on my shorter videos, I've noticed that even on my shorter videos, if I make a 5-minute long video, I still only average about maybe 2 to 2.5 minutes watch time. And I think that's just the average. I think that's just, keeping people's attention. The general person, you're going to have them maybe only watch a few seconds of it. It's going to be not what they want to see, and then they're going to click off of it. So, I've recently went through the monetization process, and I am fully monetized with no yellow or red strikes against me. Yellows are warnings, reds are nope, can't have it. I do have some videos that have copyright claims, that are monetized by the copyright owner, and these are usually clips or songs that I use for examples, like whenever I play a song after I say, this is so-and-so song, such and such, and then I play like 7 seconds of the song. Sometimes, even though I keep those really short, they still get a copyright claim on them. And sometimes they get blocked, and so I have to maybe sometimes cut it all together. It gets blocked either locally or worldwide or whatever. And then usually whenever I play it, we do a song where we do a reaction and I play the song all the way through. That usually gets a copyright claim. But it's not a strike. It's just the copyright owner gets monetization on it rather than me. So do I think the new guidelines are fair? And one, I didn't know anything about the old guidelines. I've not really been around long enough, so I really can't tell. But I don't have a problem with the guidelines, because if you're doing something and you're part of a community, then if the person that if the company, like if YouTube, we're making content to go on YouTube, whatever guidelines they say we should stick to, I'm okay with sticking to. So I don't have a problem with the guidelines. The next question is, if you had more money, equipment, or support, what content would you make? I would make more content that circles around KISS vintage memorabilia. If I had enough money to buy a KISS pinball machine, $3,500, I'd make a detailed video on how a KISS pinball machine works. I'd open it up, show you guys the internal workings, because I know how they open up. They basically open up like a hinge. If I had the opportunity and the money to buy more vintage memorabilia, usually, like if you notice, whenever I have albums or whatever, if I have something like that, I always show it off. I do openings, or I show packaging and things like that, because I want to be able to show my viewers, if it's something that they don't own, they have an opportunity to be able to see it. Now, I do that in any case except for if something is sealed, and that's something that I've not even seen the inside of yet. And there's some things I keep sealed just for my own personal reasons. So, but if I had more money, I would make more videos about KISS memorabilia. I would do a lot more traveling to paranormal locations, and do more videos, or maybe do some live investigation videos. I would travel further to regional record stores to do record shopping and make those types of videos. So I'd do something like that. The next question is, when do you upload? I usually upload 2 to 3 times a week, sometimes more. But it's usually at least 2 times a week. And I usually have live streams. I'm starting to begin live streams a little more. I used to do them maybe, once every other month or every so often. But now I'm going to start doing live streams once a month or 2 times a month. And I'm going to try to do the live streams around times where I can maybe hit some international viewers. Because a lot of times I've had my live streams at 7, 8, and 9 o'clock. And 7, 8, and 9 o'clock here in places like Italy, Germany, Britain, places like that, it's 3 and 4, it's 2 and 3 and 4 in the morning there. So on Saturdays, I may start doing, I've got a poll going right now on my YouTube community page. I've got a poll going on at the time of this recording where I'm asking, when would you like for me to do one of the upcoming streams? And it's funny, most of them is the later time, but really getting a lot of people requesting some of the earlier times too. So there may be sometimes whenever I do a live stream, I may do 2. I may do kind of like a matinee earlier in the day and then do one in the evening. And basically maybe still talk about the same thing or change the content a little bit from one to the next. And I always keep them up afterwards, so you have the opportunity to watch it if you didn't get to be there live. The next question is, what do you classify as a small YouTuber? And I think that's a relative question because if I had a million subscribers, I would consider somebody with 100,000 subscribers smaller than me. But I don't know if I'd actually consider them small. So it's a relative term. But I will give you YouTube's definition of what a small YouTuber is. As far as YouTube is concerned, any channel with less than 10,000 subscribers is considered a small YouTube channel. So I will be a small YouTube channel until I have 10,000 subscribers. And then after that, YouTube does not consider me a small YouTube channel. Next question, which big YouTuber would you love to collaborate with? I love to collaborate and actually have collaborated with Ralph Vieira, who's considered a large YouTube channel. I've collaborated with him in the past on the review for Kiss Creatures of the Night. I'm in talks with him on collaborating on an upcoming Kiss album review that we'll be doing in the near future. At the time of the taping of this, I've got 5 Kiss albums left to do. So I'll be working with him again. But as far as other large YouTube channels, I would love to collaborate and do some type of tech video with a large YouTube channel that does vintage PC videos. They do vintage video games and vintage tech, and the name of the channel is LGR, Lazy Game Reviews, or LGR for short. The guy's name's Clint. He's actually local to me. He's about an hour away from me. I live in Western North Carolina. He lives in Western North Carolina, about an hour away, and he's been doing this for about 10 years, and he's got over 1 million subscribers. So I would love to collaborate with him sometime. But I love collaborating with any channel, and I have collaborated with several small YouTube channels, and I'm already in the works and in the talks of collaborating with other small YouTube channels, and that's all coming up. The next question, do I watch and support other YouTubers? Absolutely I do. As a matter of fact, that's pretty much all I watch on YouTube are other small YouTube channels. You know, like I said, there's a few large ones out there, like Lazy Game Reviews is large, Ralph Vieira is considered large, but most of the other ones I watch are small YouTubers, and I just like seeing somebody that's on the same level as I am. And I really don't watch whether they're small or not. I just watch for the content. But I also watch them and I support them with subscriptions, with thumbs up, with comments, and with watching their videos and watch time and all that. You know, that all helps support them and everything. And there are some, if they have Patreon pages, like I do, if they have a Patreon page, there are some that I support on Patreon and give financial support as well. So they're able to grow their channel. So the next question is, where do you see your channel in 1 year or 5 years? And I thought about this one. It's probably the question I thought about the most. And I've got here, I see myself making the same type of content I'm making with Kiss and other music and other topics. I pretty much have the rest of my 2019 planned out. I had 2019 planned out in January. And I'm actually behind schedule on some of my videos, you know, because I've been making a lot of other types of videos too. But I have stuff planned that's going to take me through the rest of the year. So if you watch me and you're worried about whether I'm ever going to run out of content, I can tell you right now I'm not going to run out of content in 2019. So don't worry. But I also see me making content that I've not even thought about, and topics I've not even thought about. And so it took me, as far as subscribers goes, it took me 1 year to get 1,000 subscribers. So I hope to see more of that exponential, you know, growth, you know. So you would think if that was going to be exponentially, you know, 1 year I'd have 1,000, 2 years I'd have 2,000, 3 years I'd have 3,000, you know, but 5 years I'd have 5,000. But hopefully, I'm hoping that I have a snowball effect, because I've already hit 1,000 subscribers. And add on another 300, whereas it took me almost 6 to 8 months to get 300 subscribers on my channel. So it is snowballing, and it all depends on if I catch a YouTube wave, like I did with my Paul Stanley lip syncing video. It had over 100,000 views and is climbing. So who knows, you know, where I'll be a year or 5 years from now. I'll still be making content. Hopefully you guys will still be watching. What does your channel, the next question is, what does your channel name mean? In my head is the name of my channel, and it's the name of a Kiss song. One day I was listening to the album Carnival of Souls that has In My Head on it, and I was thinking about what I could name my channel. I didn't know exactly what to name it. And that song In My Head came on. And I just thought that's a really good idea for a song, just that name, just the phrase In My Head. Because anything that I create and upload all begins as a concept and an idea in my head, you know. And my videos, and when you see my video and when you listen to my opinions and listen to what I'm talking about, you're also getting a view to inside my head, you know. So I just thought it was a really neat thing to name the channel. You know, I mean, you got to give it some name, and it's better than Brant's Kiss Channel. You know, I don't know. I wanted it to be something generic too. I didn't want it to pinhole me. I didn't want it to be like Brant's Kiss Channel and somebody log on to it and I'm making a typo negative video, or I'm, you know, retrofitting a gateway gaming PC. You know, I wanted it to be, you know, this very generic. This is in my head. You're in my head. So the next question is, well, it's not more of a question, it's more of a request. It says, tell us your social media. My primary social media, of course, is YouTube. You know, you can interact with me here on the community page. You can interact with me in the comments section. But the primary best way to interact with me is probably my Facebook page. I look at it every single day, and that is facebook.com. And if you look for In My Head YouTube channel, and I'll put these links down here in the description. You can also watch videos on my Patreon, patreon.com/In My Head. You can see videos early there. You can see behind the scenes stuff there and everything, and it's just a small subscription fee starting at $1 a month. You can also follow me on Twitter, and that is @BrantMeredith, and that's, you know, I had that Twitter account before I had YouTube, and I didn't want to start it over. So, and you can follow me on Instagram, and that's DrummerGeek69. Like I said, all those links are down in the description, and they're in almost every one of my recent videos. So let's see. The next question is, do people from school or work find your channel? Well, I don't go to school anymore. But people from work and friends, they do find it. And, you know, I promote it on my Facebook, on my YouTube Facebook, or on my YouTube channel Facebook, and on my personal Facebook too. I promote it, videos there, so people see them, and people at work will be like, hey, that's a cool video you put out last night or whatever. So people do find me. It's not weird for me or anything. The next question, it's not really a question, it's more a request. It says, list 3 hobbies outside of YouTube. Horror movies and watching horror movies and thrillers, and watching documentaries about hauntings or serial killers is a big thing. I like hanging out with my family. My kids are all adult. I've got grandkids, and I like hanging out with my grandkids. I like hanging out with my wife, and me and her do a lot of things together. We go on road trip. I like going on road trips and going on cruises and things of that nature. Listening to music. I listen to music all the time. It's kind of more of a lifestyle than a hobby for me. So, and honestly, even though usually it's something that, I love making YouTube videos. This is a hobby, but it says outside of YouTube. But this started off as a hobby to me. Editing videos is something that I really love. The next question is, how long have you been on YouTube, and have you had other channels? And my channel account on YouTube, if you go to my About tab, it says that I've been around since March of 2009, which is about a year, which is about 10 years. But that was more like whenever I created my YouTube account, so I could subscribe, so I could comment, things like that. But I did not actually officially decide to start making videos and then get all my crap together to do it and upload my first video until February the 27th of 2018, which just recently passed. And I had my 1-year anniversary video. And my first video I uploaded was a Kiss album review for the first Kiss album. And then during that week, I uploaded some other videos, like channel previews, like previews of Paranormal Channel, previews of my paranormal playlist, previews of my typo negative playlist, and things like that. So I've been doing this just a little over a year, and I've had one, and I have had one other channel, and it was kind of cool. It was linked to a company that I had several years back called Rockstar Video Company, and what I did was I would film bands playing in concert. They would contract me to do it, and I would film I'd film bands. Throwdown Jones, that my friend Scott Rock plays in, that you see him in my videos, and they basically contracted me to film them playing in the largest venue they had played at the time, and they've since gone on to play in much larger places. Right this week they're down in Florida at Bike Week. They've played in Sturgis. They've opened for Bret Michaels. They've opened for all kinds of other people. I can't even think of the names. And so I've made a lot of videos for them. I've made videos for other companies, or for other. I've made videos for them. I've made videos for other bands. I've also made promotional videos for them that are kind of funny. So I'll put the link to that Rockstar Media channel down there if you want to go back and watch some of the videos I've made in the past. But that was just business related, and I still do that. Like I said, you've probably seen some of Throwdown Jones's video on this channel. I still do make videos for people. So yeah, but I kind of put everything on this channel now. It's kind of just pile it all in. So the final question is, who is your favorite small YouTuber? Honestly, there's really too many to mention, and I really don't want to mention me having a favorite, because I really don't. It all depends on what mood I'm in, but there are several that I do not miss any video that they put out. It's All For You Demon with Rick. He makes content that I really love, and he gets me and I get him. And so I usually don't miss any of his videos, and I'm very supportive of him. Nothing to Lose 75, Mr. and Mrs. Leg. They make great videos, Kiss content related videos, and that he has really fun live streams. Horror Gal, who I only recently started watching, like within the last couple months, she discovered me and then I discovered her. Susan makes really good videos. She makes horror related videos, but she's also a Kiss fan, so she makes some Kiss related videos. So I really enjoy her stuff. I usually don't miss her videos. And last but not least, Dark Ride Films. Andy and Amy over at Dark Ride, I found them, and they were doing a Kiss album review. And man, a lot of times we do not meet eye to eye on our reviews of Kiss albums at all. I love The Elder. And I remember one of the videos I saw from them, they're like, here's our review of The Elder, and he throws the album, off, and I was like, oh man, but we respect each other, and I'm very respectful of people's opinions, and and people aren't always respectful of mine, but most people that I collaborate with and YouTubers I talk to, we're all respectful of each other's opinions and everything. But they make really good content. They also have really good live streams, fun live streams, and they make some of the best, greatest, funniest, sometimes top 10 lists or whatever lists. So I recommend you check any of these guys out. Recently did a collaboration video with just about all of them. Susan wasn't in that one because she couldn't get a video made for me in time. But so check these guys out. They have great content, and so they support me, and so I support them. So that's it. That's this video for the small YouTuber tag questions that they wanted me to answer. So that's it. That's all I've got. I'm Brant. This is my head channel, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.